Hey everyone, and welcome to This Explainer. I am absolutely thrilled you're tuning in. Today, we're getting into something that is literally the heartbeat of any industrial production line, the electric motor. If you spend any time around industrial equipment, you know the golden rule, right? When the motors stop, everything stops. Production halts, schedules get completely wrecked, and costs just skyrocket. But what if I told you these machines almost never fail without giving us a heads up?
Seriously, ask yourself, is your industrial equipment trying to tell you something right now? Think about it. Are we actually listening to the subtle, physical clues our machinery gives off before it goes into a total catastrophic breakdown? Too often, we treat these machines like they're totally unpredictable beasts. But the truth is, they're communicating with us constantly. We just have to know how to speak their language.
Okay, let's dive right into this diagnostic manual. First up, we'll look at the heart of the machine. Then we'll cover physical and tactile symptoms, followed by audible and internal clues. After that, we'll outline a solid routine health checklist, and finally wrap up with how to detect early to avoid failure altogether. By the end of this explainer, you're going to be a full-fledged, proactive machine doctor.
Moving right along to Section 1, the heart of the machine, and why electric motors actually matter.
So, the electric motor really is the heart of your equipment. It's just like a human heart pumping blood to keep the body alive, right? The motor drives the energy that keeps the entire factory floor moving. And just like our own hearts, it needs regular checkups so you don't end up with a sudden cardiac arrest right in the middle of a massive production run. Early detection isn't just some nice-to-have best practice. It's absolutely crucial. It's the key to preventing those out-of-nowhere breakdowns, those incredibly costly repairs, and just massive headache-inducing downtime.
All right, Section 2, Physical and Tactile Symptoms. This is all about feeling the warning signs. Your own tactile senses are honestly your very first line of defense here. And the first major warning sign? Excessive vibration. Just picture the contrast. On one hand, you have normal operation. A nice, smooth, stable, consistent hum. Beautiful. But on the other hand, you have a motor suffering from excessive vibration. We're talking visible shaking. The foundation bolts might literally be vibrating themselves loose. Plus, you're getting all this increased, nasty noise from the bearings or the coupling. Look, a machine that's shaking violently like that, it's practically screaming for a doctor.
So what's actually causing all that shaking? Well, the hidden culprits are usually mechanical. We're looking at things like a misalignment between the motor and the driven equipment, maybe a rotor imbalance, worn-out bearings, or even a bent shaft. Believe it or not, just having loose foundation bolts can wreak total havoc. But the prevention here is highly actionable. You just need to perform regular vibration analysis. Make it a habit to periodically tighten those foundation bolts, check the motor alignment after any maintenance, and balance your rotating components. Oh, and definitely replace those damaged bearings promptly before they take the whole shaft down with them.
Now, our second physical symptom is heat, specifically overheating. You'll notice the motor casing just becomes unusually hot to the touch. This is a big deal because it often triggers frequent thermal overload trips, which completely tanks your motor's efficiency. But honestly, the most visceral, sensory warning you're ever going to encounter is that distinct, noticeable burnt smell lingering in the air around the motor. When you start smelling burning metal or insulation, irreversible damage is already knocking on the front door.
Now, what's really interesting about overheating is that the causes are so often just environmental. I mean, sure, overloading the motor or running on low, unbalanced voltage will absolutely cause a heat spike. But look at the surrounding environment. Blocked cooling vents, high ambient temperatures, poor ventilation. Dust and debris can literally cook a motor from the inside out just by suffocating its air supply. It's crazy. The cure? Pretty straightforward. Monitor your temperatures regularly. Get in there and actually clean those cooling fins and air passages. Make sure the whole area is well ventilated. And for sure, always verify that your operating load is actually within the motor's designed rating.
Moving on to Section 3, Audible and Internal Clues. Let's talk about listening to the invisible signs.
I want you to juxtapose the sound of a completely healthy motor against a failing one. A healthy motor gives off this standard, consistent operational hum. You barely even notice it. But unusual noise? Huge red flag. We are talking about aggressive grinding, screeching, or squealing noises that just cut through the factory floor. Maybe you hear the normal humming get way louder, or you start picking up on these dangerous knocking and rattling sounds. Guys, these aren't just minor annoyances. These are the literal sounds of metal destroying metal.
And causes for that awful racket can range from bearing damage and loose components to downright terrifying stuff like rotor to stator contact. You could also be looking at lubrication issues or electrical faults. So the absolute crucial takeaway here is this. If you hear these noises, you have to act like a rapid responder. Investigate abnormal sounds instantly. Do not wait for the shift to end. Do your routine inspections. Make absolutely sure you're lubricating those bearings exactly to the manufacturer's specs, and replace worn mechanical parts before the whole thing just gives out.
Next up, we have an internal clue that actually often shows up in the accounting department first: increased current consumption. Yep, if your motor is suddenly drawing higher current than normal, which leads to rising energy bills and frequent overload relay trips, well, your efficiency is dropping fast. And this isn't just an electrical gremlin. The root causes are often a mechanical overload, bearing friction, a voltage imbalance, or even rotor defects. Basically, the motor is fighting against friction or poor power quality, and it's eating up a ton of electricity just to do its job. You can prevent this by monitoring current trends with a motor management system, verifying your supply voltage quality, and investigating any sudden power consumption spikes right away.
And that leads us nicely right into our fifth warning sign, which honestly ties several of these previous symptoms together perfectly: bearing problems. Bearings are very often ground zero for a motor failure. The symptoms? You'll see increased vibration, elevated temperatures, abnormal noise, and sometimes even visible grease leakage. This drastically reduces your motor's life. Why does it happen? Usually improper lubrication, an extreme load, incorrect installation, or just simple contamination from dust and moisture getting in there. To prevent this, you absolutely have to follow proper lubrication schedules. Use the correct type and quantity of lubricant, keep those bearings spotless, and make sure your team is properly trained on installation practices.
Let's transition over to Section 4, the Routine Health Checklist, which is basically your preventative maintenance schedule. Look, to keep a motor running perfectly, maintenance simply has to happen on a highly structured timeline. Take a look at these 5 specific intervals. Daily, you need to be doing basic visual inspections. Weekly, you're checking the temperature and monitoring that current. Monthly, you step it up. Do your vibration analysis and dedicated bearing inspections. Whenever there's a scheduled shutdown, boom, that is your window to check motor alignment. And every 6 to 12 months, you really should be running an insulation resistance test. Doing these simple, consistent checks is exactly what prevents the need for massive, totally disruptive repairs down the line. Now, having all this data is one thing, but execution is everything. This simple framework needs to be printed out, slapped on a clipboard, and deeply integrated into your team's everyday culture. Implementing a highly structured routine like this, it literally shifts your entire operation from being constantly reactive and putting out fires to being fiercely, effectively proactive.
All right, on to our final segment, Section 5, Detect Early to Avoid Failure, the final prognosis. Look, if you take away just one single thing from this entire explainer, please let it be this. Most motor failures do not happen suddenly. They are almost never just random events out of nowhere. They always provide warning signs. Excessive vibration, overheating, unusual noise, high current consumption, bearing problems. The machine is actively talking to you. We just have to be willing to actually pay attention and implement a really strong preventative maintenance program.
I love this phrase because it just beautifully summarizes the entire philosophy of industrial maintenance. Detect early, repair early, avoid failure. It really is the ultimate cure. Think about it. Finding a loose bolt today costs pennies and takes maybe 2 minutes. Replacing a catastrophic motor failure next month, that costs tens of thousands of dollars and completely shuts down your business. Detect early, repair early. It's a no-brainer.
So I'll leave you with this final, provocative thought. Will you wait for the inevitable breakdown, or will you start listening to the warning signs today? The choice is entirely yours, but armed with this checklist and these 5 critical warning signs, you now have the exact power you need to change your maintenance mindset right now. Get out there, listen to your machines, and take some diagnostic action. Thanks so much for joining me on this explainer, and as always, keep learning.